In the springtime, we're out in our gardens and we're noticing a lot about our trees. Well, I'm with Terrell Collier from Collier Arbor Care, and really it's a time to really investigate our trees to see how their health is.
Yeah, and well, you know that April showers bring May flowers, but it also brings plant diseases to the trees. So
that is true.
We have here a flowering cherry that lovely blossoms earlier in the spring, but very diseased looking now. And we have a fungal disease that gets on our flowering cherries and our fruit cherries as well.
And you have a great sample here. I mean, there's some foliage here, but then there's a lot of dead foliage and flowers.
Yes, this disease is called brown blossom blight, and it's a fungal blight of the flowers and also of the leaves and the twigs. And it will kill all those leaves and twigs back to almost 100% in some cases. So very bad springtime disease, and it's the wet weather and the fungal pathogen floating around the air causing the infection.
So what could we do as a homeowner to kind of prevent this or help the tree be more healthy?
Well, you can plant resistant varieties. Now, this is a weeping flowering cherry, very susceptible. There are some more resistant varieties that you can plant. Or if you really love your weeping flowering cherry, you can treat for it. So you have to put on preventative treatments.
Okay, so a spray, you would have a technician come out and spray our trees.
That's correct. And you would do it just as the flowers and the foliage are coming out in the very early spring on weeping flowering cherries. That would be late February, early March is when you want to put on your first treatment. And then probably treat it about 3 or 4 times during the spring.
So I know on your website you can get these lots of information. You get a pamphlet talking about it, and possibly see some other things that might be going on in your trees to identify. And I know we're going to go see another tree that happens to a sycamore. So let's go look at that one.
All right, sounds great.
Now, Terry, what is this tree behind us?
This is a London plane tree, or a sycamore.
Okay.
Another common name for it, yes.
And now what's going on with this one? I see a lot of leaves everywhere.
Well, this is has another springtime disease called Sycamore Anthracnose. So we have many anthracnose diseases that get on sycamores, ashes, very common on dogwoods. So it's a springtime fungal disease.
You can see the sample
and
here.
you can just start to see it right now, this kind of water-soaked appearance on the leaves and the dead kind of blighted leaves that you see here. And probably in about another 2 weeks, this tree will be even worse than what you see right now. And then you'll get a lot of leaf drop, dead twigs on the tree, so it won't be fully foliated. It will have all these blighted leaves on it.
So when you send out technicians to look at this, what happens then?
Well, we're kind of on the you really, for plant diseases, need to be preventative. And once you see it on there, you're almost too late. So you have to think of in terms of next year. But what you can do now is to do pruning. Prune out the diseased parts, thin the tree out, get better air circulation, and that will help some. It won't 100% prevent it, but it will help in the long run.
So calling out an arborist, it doesn't really mean that they're going to spray. There's cultural things that you could do, and your organization also does organic things too. It doesn't have to be a spray.
Right. There are sustainable options that you can do. So we use a lot of compost tea and cultural treatments like pruning and thinning, and also fertilizing and soil health to keep a tree growing healthy. So while this disease won't kill the tree, there's things that we can do to promote the health of it that will minimize the disease.
Oh, that's all good tips. So if you have any other questions, please go to the website and you can get your questions answered, or call out any certified arborist. Thank you so much, because I think we all can really look at our trees.
Thank you very much, Judy.
Thank you.